Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another brand new video. I hope you guys are all doing well. So today, let's talk about Bitcoin. Let's talk more about Bitcoin, where Bitcoin will in fact be heading, because I'm telling you right now, you don't want to miss this opportunity. And you guys are probably wondering, what do you mean by missing this opportunity? Well, what I mean by that is buying into Bitcoin. Now, I just want to say real quick, guys, that this is obviously not financial advice. None of my videos is, so please do your own research, right? But I'm telling you right now, we are in fact still in the buy zone, even though yes, Bitcoin, okay, we have in fact been seeing Bitcoin been pumping, for the past, few months, especially this year alone in 2023. We are obviously having a recovery right now for Bitcoin. We know about 7 months ago, around November and December, right, last year in 2022, we did in fact hit bottom, and now obviously Bitcoin is clearly having a breakout. You guys can clearly see that, right? It is in fact forming a new pattern up to the upside. Okay, so I will say this, that we are in fact still in a bear market, but we, in my opinion, this is in fact, a beginning in the next bull market, 100%. So you guys can clearly see for the past, 2 weeks, I want to say, for the past like few days, Bitcoin has in fact been consolidating, okay, moving on its side, right? And you guys can clearly see it's in between, $31,000 and 30K. So this is obviously a support and resistance line clearly forming for Bitcoin, and soon enough, Bitcoin will either have, a pump up, or it will in fact have a small correction down to the downside. But I really do believe, okay, it's going to pump up, especially with all the charts that I have in fact been showing you guys for the past few days. I really do believe that is in fact going to happen for Bitcoin. Okay, it's all ups from here, and you guys can clearly see that Bitcoin is still holding up very well, because literally, around 20th of June, okay, we actually saw Bitcoin pump, breaking out of this falling, I want to say falling wedge, but downtrend, this very slow downtrend that Bitcoin was in fact forming. You guys can clearly see Bitcoin clearly broke out of it, which is amazing. So, Bitcoin is just having a little rest right now. Okay, it really is. Now, the market today is obviously down, like I showed you guys in my most previous video. The market overall is down over 1%, 1.2%. So you guys can clearly see for the past 24 hours, Bitcoin, including other altcoins, are in fact having a drop. You guys can just clearly see that, but nothing too major. Okay, this is just a slight little retest right now for the crypto market, because the market has in fact been pumping like crazy, I must say. I'm pretty sure we can all agree on that. So today, okay, it's gonna have a little rest day, and like it's been doing that for the past few days, right, for the past like week or so. So this could potentially continue, but soon enough, okay, I think we will in fact see a upside for Bitcoin, and of course crypto. So be excited for that. But I'm telling you guys right now, okay, buy Bitcoin now and thank me later in about 2 years. And the reason why I say 2 years, the reason why I say, the year 2025 is because we know the year 2025 is going to be an absolutely amazing year for Bitcoin and crypto. What we saw in 2021 is potentially going to happen in the year 2025. Okay, we know the halving is going to happen next year. Okay, literally less than a year from now, right? So the halving is going to happen in 2024, obviously, in around April or May. Okay, so who knows? But people are in fact saying it's going to happen in April. So I'm going to stick with April. Okay, so April 2024 should be a great month. That's when we're officially going to see the Bitcoin halving. And we know, guys, we know every single time we have the Bitcoin halving, that is where Bitcoin tends to pump the most, and of course reaches a new all-time high. So just think about that, right? Now, I do in fact want to show you guys a fair few charts in today's video, in this video. So you guys can clearly see that I've been telling you guys as many times for the past few weeks, for the past few months, even last year in 2022, right? When Bitcoin was in fact dropping or whatnot, when we had that FTX crash and all that, and Bitcoin dropped to its bottom, which was, like 15K, okay? I told you guys that we are in fact in a clear buy area. Bitcoin has dropped over 70% from its previous all-time highs. It dropped like 77% from 69K to all the way down to 15K, right? Which was in fact its bottom. That was a over 70% drop, right? 77% drop right there, right? And I told you guys, this is in fact a perfect time to buy Bitcoin. Okay, and I told you guys many times, and you guys saw me, right? Personally, I made a whole bunch of videos, and I was buying a whole bunch of Bitcoin at this very moment, especially when I saw Bitcoin below 16K. When I saw Bitcoin around $15,900, like once I actually saw Bitcoin go below, 16K, it was at 15.9K. I just knew, like, my mind was telling me, you got to buy Bitcoin now. And I'm just glad I did, because guess what? That was, in fact, its bottom. That was Bitcoin's official bottom. Okay. Bitcoin didn't go any lower than $15,000. We didn't see a 14K Bitcoin, right? We only saw a 15K Bitcoin, and then Bitcoin went up to like 16K, and then 17K, and then we know what happened in 2023. It just pumped out of nowhere, right? So I'm just glad. Okay, I'm just really blessed and glad that I caught the bottom for Bitcoin. Okay, like something inside me just knew, like, you should really buy Bitcoin, because on that day when Bitcoin was dropping, when it was dropping to like 15K, like below 60K, when it just kept dropping, right? I just took that as an opportunity to buy more Bitcoin, because at that day I remember Bitcoin was down like 7%, 8% for the past 24 hours, which was massive. So I just took that as an opportunity to buy. Okay, and I'm just glad I did. I'm glad I bought a whole bunch of Bitcoin at that level, because that was in fact Bitcoin's bottom, right? And I have proof. Okay, if you guys look back at my videos, okay, a couple months ago, you guys will see me buying Bitcoin. Okay, I made a video titled "I'm going all in on Bitcoin," and in that video, I actually show you guys, and I was literally investing a large amount of my money into Bitcoin. So if you guys haven't seen that video, you should definitely check it out. But anyways, you guys can clearly see that this chart is indicating that we are in fact in a buy zone still. Okay, even where we are right now, okay, it's still not too late to buy Bitcoin. Okay, and I've been telling us many times, Bitcoin is nowhere near its previous all-time highs. Clearly, you guys can clearly see that. So we're still in the buy zone, guys. Please understand this. Okay, please understand this, that this is still a great buying opportunity. Okay, for Bitcoin, we all should be buying, we all should be investing, we all should be accumulating and stacking into Bitcoin still 30K. Okay, if you're buying into Bitcoin right now, $30,000, it's a great investment, especially if you're investing for long term, right? So it's not just that chart as well, it's also this chart as well, right? It's very simple. You want to buy low, sell high. Okay, a lot of people like to do the complete opposite. They like to buy when Bitcoin is pumping, right? They like to chase that green candle for some odd reason. It's just how our human brains operate, right? Sometimes, yes, I get that FOMO as well, guys, right? I get that FOMO too, but I understand now, since I've been in the crypto space for a long time now, right? For the past few years, I understand that you should never FOMO in, because eventually it will drop. So it's simple, guys. You want to buy low, sell high. And right now we're still low. Like I said, Bitcoin is nowhere near its previous all-time high. So it's still a great buying opportunity right now on where Bitcoin is currently. Okay, so please understand that we are still in the buy zone. Okay, we are nowhere near its previous all-time highs, and we know Bitcoin is obviously going to reach a new all-time high. So right now, buying at 30K is a steal. It's still cheap. Please understand this, guys. It's not too late, even though yes, Bitcoin has in fact been pumping for the past few months, especially all of 2023. We've been seeing a recovery for Bitcoin. It's been pumping, right? But it's only pumped $15,000. At one point it was like at 15K, right? Like around 7 months ago, and now 7 months later it's at 30K. So it's only pumped 15K. So it's still down a lot, right? Please understand this, guys. We're still in the buy zone. So I've been telling us many times that the next bull market price prediction for Bitcoin is around 200K. And this person is indicating that it's going to reach 240K. Okay, and I showed you guys in my most previous video that Tim is this person, right? He's a capital investor in America. He is predicting that Bitcoin is going to, reach 250K. So everyone's personal price predictions are obviously different. And I told you guys, right, many times that I really do believe Bitcoin can reach 200K, even over 200K in the next bull market. Some people out there are predicting that Bitcoin can even reach 300K in the next bull market. This next bull market, guys, okay, I'm telling you this right now, this next bull market is going to be completely different compared to the other bull markets that we have, in fact, been seeing throughout the years, right? It's going to be completely different. It's going to mind blow a lot of people, okay, for the next bull market. So be excited for that. So you guys can clearly see it is obviously a buy era right now. And this chart is just showing you guys the purchasing power, okay, of Bitcoin, okay, S&P 500, treasuries, and fiat. Now, I just want to start off with fiat. We know fiat is losing its value. Okay, every single day it's just losing its value. Every single day, every week, months, years, even fiat, it's gone. You know what I mean? Treasuries, that's gone too. S&P 500, yes, that has in fact been moving. There's nothing wrong with the stock market, right? There really isn't, but it doesn't move as much as Bitcoin. Bitcoin is always going forward. Okay, it really, really is. So you guys can clearly see that purchasing power for Bitcoin is just heading stronger, way more than the S&P 500. Okay, and of course, treasuries, and of course fiat, right? Dirty fiat money. So that's that, guys. And I wish I learned this years ago, personally, right? And I wish, obviously, we all have that saying, we wish we would have bought Bitcoin at its early stages, back in, let's just say 2015, 2014, 2012, right? Those years would have been a great time to obviously invest into Bitcoin. Like if you literally invested $1,000 back in 2012, you will literally be a millionaire today, right? So I'm not gonna, miss this opportunity again, okay, for Bitcoin. Okay, so that's why, guys, I've been investing into Bitcoin for the past few years, and I'm still stacking, and I'm still accumulating as much Bitcoin as I possibly can before Bitcoin reaches, millions of dollars per coin, because that's going to happen, right? That's going to happen. Call me crazy, but that will happen. Now, this chart is indicating that when in doubt, when people are in fact saying, Bitcoin is crashing, okay, it's going to crash to $0, Bitcoin has no use value, right? Just watch it crash to $0. It's a scam. You know how people say that? Just look at the chart. Look how beautiful this chart is. Even though, yes, all of 2022, Bitcoin has dropped dramatically, significantly, right? But you guys understand, if you just really zoom out in the entire Bitcoin chart, we are still a-okay, right? We are still okay, guys. Bitcoin is still up there, right? Clearly, you guys can clearly see that. It's still, even though, yes, we know Bitcoin short term is really volatile. It's like a volatile uptrend. You guys can sort of see it, right? Yes, Bitcoin does in fact have its days where it drops. Okay, you guys can clearly see that. But it always reaches and tends to reach a new all-time high every single time. Once they have the halving, okay, give it a few weeks later, a couple months, and then we enter the next, bull market, right? You guys can just clearly see that. It's like clockwork. So that means in the next bull market, Bitcoin's going to reach over its previous all-time highs easily, right? So when people say, in fact, when people say Bitcoin is crashing, it's not, guys. Just when in doubt, okay, when in doubt, just zoom out, okay, and just zoom out, and please understand that Bitcoin, okay, is still holding up very, very well. It's in the right path still, right? It really, really is. You guys understand, we enter different cycles, a bear market and a bull market. Every single time we enter a bear market, obviously everyone's going to talk down on Bitcoin because it's crashing, right? It's meant to crash because we're entering the next bear market, right? But when we enter the next bull market, people like to talk a lot of good things about Bitcoin and crypto, right? And you guys can see it, right? A lot of institutions and banks and whatnot are in fact getting into Bitcoin and buying into Bitcoin and getting interested in crypto in general, becoming crypto pros, right? You guys can clearly see that with BlackRock, Fidelity, many more, right? You guys see it. So Bitcoin, okay, will pump like crazy, guys, in the next bull market. And I'm telling you guys right now, okay, you should, okay, if you have done your own research, right, about Bitcoin, and you believe in Bitcoin, why Bitcoin was created by the first place by this anonymous person, Satoshi Nakamoto, right? And to this day, this man or woman or group of people, person, I think it's a man, right, a single man, individual, this anonymous person, why he created Bitcoin at the first place, right? If you understand it, why he created it, then invest into Bitcoin, guys. And this is right now, okay, like I said many times, is in fact a great buying opportunity right now. Right this second, we're still in the buy zone, guys. Bitcoin is still cheap at 30K. It's nowhere near its previous all-time high. So please take this as an opportunity to buy Bitcoin. That's if you want to, right? And thank me later in 2 years, because trust me, in 2 years' time, in the year 2025, Bitcoin's going to pump. It's going to pump like crazy, okay? So if you're buying Bitcoin right now, okay, because of me, okay, I want you guys to go back down below, 2 years later. So if you actually buy Bitcoin right now and 2 years later, it pumps, thank me later, right? Thank me in this video, okay? Thank me, because I'm telling you right now, Bitcoin will pump, okay? It will pump. And I've been telling you, ever since I started this YouTube channel early of 2022, I've been telling you guys many times to accumulate one full Bitcoin, at least one full Bitcoin, because this one full Bitcoin will potentially make you a millionaire, right? It will potentially make you a millionaire. So I've been telling you guys that many, many times. And shout out to the people that have, in fact, accumulated one full Bitcoin, okay, and actually listen to me, because now, in the future, if you hold that one full Bitcoin long term, you will potentially have some sort of wealth, a millionaire, and of course, freedom in life, right? That's that. Now, I want to show you guys this. This is pretty interesting. This just came out a few hours ago by Michael Saylor. He just tweeted this out, and it's a clip of BlackRock CEO Larry Fink. Okay, and just watch what he says. I really want you guys to listen on what he has to say. Okay, that's muted. Oh, just a sec, guys. Sorry. There we go. Okay.
And also, I do believe the role of crypto is it's digitizing gold in many ways. Instead of investing in gold as a hedge against inflation, a hedge against the onerous problems of any one country, or the devaluation of your currency, whatever country you're in. Let's be clear, Bitcoin is an international asset. It's not based on any one currency. And so it can represent an asset that people can play as an alternative. I would call the foundation of BlackRock is about hope. You invest for retirement because you believe tomorrow is better than today.
There you guys have it. The CEO of BlackRock, I think, just said all that, right? And that's very true. What he said in this video is very, very true, guys. And people still don't understand it, right? Like, it's just mind-blowing to me how people are not bullish on Bitcoin. You know, they actually think Bitcoin is the biggest scam in history and whatnot, right? I've seen many videos talking about this, right? And documentaries talking about Bitcoin as a scam and whatnot, but it just doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? Like, yes, in a way, I understand what they're trying to say, but they don't. Then, you know, that when people say Bitcoin is a scam, that haven't 100% done their full research. I don't even think people that say Bitcoin is a scam has, you know, read the Bitcoin, you know, white paper, right? If you haven't read the paper for, you know, the white paper for Bitcoin that Satoshi Nakamoto has made, then you should definitely, you know, read that and understand where Bitcoin is heading and why Bitcoin was created at the first place, right? So that's that, guys. Okay, that's that. But guys, pretty interesting, right? But that is pretty much it for today's video. That's really all I wanted to talk about, okay? Just show you guys a fair few charts that, you know, right now, right this second, is still a great time to buy Bitcoin because, you know, Bitcoin is still at 30K. It's still a great buying opportunity for Bitcoin right now. It really is. So I'm telling you right now, buy Bitcoin now and thank me later in 2 years, because in 2 years time, in 2025, okay, Bitcoin's going to pump. Okay, if you buy now, if you take this as an option right now and buy Bitcoin at $30,000, and when Bitcoin pumps over 200K, come back to this video and thank me in the comments down below. I really would appreciate that, guys. That's all I'm asking, okay? But guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. For all my Bitcoin holders out there, be excited, because Bitcoin will pump to a reach. It will eventually reach a new all-time high, so be excited for that, guys, in the next upcoming few years. So that being said, more videos will in fact be coming your way. I will in fact be going live today. I will be in fact be streaming, so stay tuned for that. Come and join it. I really would appreciate that. If you have any questions, come and join it and I'll try to answer it as clear as possible. But guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end this, and I hope you guys have a blessed day, and I'll catch you guys all in my next video. Have a blessed day, guys.